You don't have to get all this elaborate with your spawn point shelter. I just want to for whatever reason. I wonder what the pig died from. I have no idea. I heard a pig die. I don't know where it died at, though. Alright, so I need a fence gate. How do you make fence gates? I think I'm gonna need more sticks. I think you do this. There we go. That's a fence gate for you. Plop it down there. Bam. In fact, to finish it off, I should probably get a pressure plate. Set it down there. It doesn't even use, it doesn't activate the gate. That's lame sauce. Never mind then. Never mind. Okay, so put the fence and stuff away. Don't know if I'd really need the seed, but I'll leave it there anyway. Never know. I'll leave those there, and I'll leave a couple of those. Alright. And just for the fun of it, not really out of necessity or anything, I got the lapis, so I might as well make use of it. Unfortunately, I don't have enough to go all the way around. Maybe I don't want to do that, though. Oh, here we go. Mwahaha. There we go. Fantastic. And I'll leave this one last piece for home in case we should need it. So now I want to see if I can find some sheep, because that would be fantastic. Actually, I'll just make my way home, and if we happen to find some sheep along the way, I might just take their wool instead. But we'll see how effective these pillars are getting us home. Seems to be fairly effective so far. Eventually, I may end up making a minecart system going from original spawn to back home at the village. I don't know if I will for sure yet, because so far I haven't needed to make the run back from original spawn to the village. So it may be only an occasional thing I would need. Um, or it might not even be a need at all. I might just be doing this for really nothing, but it's good to have just in case. And it looks like the pillars are doing their job. I'm able to keep them in sight the entire time. And it'll be even easier at night when you can see the torchlight, that much easier. But now we have a direct way from spawn to the village. Compass wouldn't have really done us any good from original spawn to get to the village, because you can't mark that. So the only other useful thing would be a map, and I'm not sure where within the map limits. Like if I made my map here at home, I don't know if it would take us all the way back to original spawn, or if we would like get off the map, and then what good would that be? It's another thing I could test out though before I end this set of videos, I guess. Make a map and see how it goes on that. Then I could leave that at original spawn as well. That might be a thing to do. And it looks like we don't need a shelter in between, because a straight shot will get us here in less than a Minecraft day, as long as we're knowing where we're going, which is handy. Do I have the reeds? Looks like I have just enough. Paper is made this way? No. That way, apparently. Oh, that's not going to be quite enough for Merp. That's annoying. But hopefully we have some reeds right over here. I know the game calls them sugar canes. I have always called them reeds. I'll actually go ahead and plant some. Make use of the water here. There we go. Only needed one more. Wait. No, I'm gonna need more than that. Because I did have two, I only needed one more, but now I planted the extra ones. Because I'm that smart. Take you and you, I guess. Now we should have enough paper. There we go, more than enough. Don't really need a compass now that I've marked my way home, so we'll use that for the map. And here's home. I guess the village is marked by those little brownish or blackish lines there. Alright. Well, we need to get 3 wool and make a bed. Like so, and that is the last thing we need to take to our spawn point settlement for now. In the next set of videos, I will be doing some inventory management because I know I know the random setup of my chest storage is bugging some of you guys. You've asked me already to do some inventory management with that. So that's what I'll do next time, and if I happen to decide on some items I would like to have at the original spawn point shelter, I'll go ahead and take them over there when we do the inventory management. But for right now, the bed is the final option. We've pretty much got a good starting setup anyway right now over at original spawn. We've got a lot of wood that I ended up cutting down in this process, and there's coal and other stuff there, so it's not like we couldn't start over from scratch if we really wanted to anyway. It's kind of comforting in a way because I am glad to know where original spawn is now. It's actually fairly handy, and see, we're almost off the map already, so this may be a somewhat pointless exercise. Yeah, anyways, a lot of people seem to forget that lapis can be turned into a block. I mean, granted, it's an excessive use of lapis, considering that you only need one to color wool blue, but if you're in a situation where wool is not fairly handy, you know, then turning the lapis into blocks isn't such a bad idea. Plus, it looks like stone. Well, I guess that depends totally on the texture pack, but depending on your texture pack, it could look like a good building material. Alright, so there's the starting shelter, and another good thing about it being a mushroom, giant mushroom, is that it stands out. You can see it. We are off the map, but it's just by a few blocks. See, we're down at the very bottom there. So I guess it is somewhat handy. I don't know if it's going to be handy at all. I mean, we got these pillars now, so we don't really need the map. But I'll set it down here just regardless. We'll have it if we should make use of it sometime. Really, I think all we need to do is set down the bed and we'll be good to go. Bam! Oh, right. Turn these into glass, which means we can make some windows. Whoa! I didn't mean to fall. Or slide, I guess. I can't actually get that mushroom. That kind of sucks. There we go. Now see, these giant mushrooms have just enough room to put in what you need. Workbench, chest, that, and that. It's very much like a tree house. If you find yourself a giant tree, just as compact, same idea, but like I said, the biggest benefit is that it stands out. You'll be able to see it from quite a ways off, unless you're like surrounded by a bunch of big trees or something. And there you go. Fantastic. Probably don't need to do this, but I'll go ahead and put a torch up here. Just to kind of keep things lit up. And there you go. Fantastic. Alright, time to go back. Right. Yeah. Alright, so we've managed to do a little of everything in this set of videos for all of you guys. We've done a little exploring if you're into the exploring. We've done building for those of you into the building, although the building was rather easy, all things considered. We've done resource gathering by getting all that wood, and we've explored more of 1.8 with the feature of the giant mushrooms. I fought a few enemies, skeletons primarily, in this episode. So we've managed to do quite a bit. So hopefully everybody, to some degree or another, watching this video for Minecraft will be happy that I managed to do something productive. And I've even been able to give you guys some tips on what to do when you find a settlement, but it's far away or a decent amount away from your original spawn point. How to mark your way back, and again, reasons to do it. And I'm detouring to get some pumpkins, because pumpkins are awesome. And in 1.9, I'm not sure if it's available to do it yet, is it? No, you can't do it yet. But in 1.9, you'll be able to put your pumpkins in here and get pumpkin seeds, so that you can plant them and farm them, which will be fantastic. Can't eat anything from pumpkins yet, but it's still good to have them for jack-o'-lanterns and whatnot. Onwards to home. So I hope you guys have managed to enjoy this set of videos. Hope you guys found it interesting or entertaining, or both if I'm really lucky. And see, we're following it here at night, and you can see the advantage to putting torches on the pillars. Probably don't need all 4 torches around, I just did it to do it. Probably only need 1 on the front side and 1 on the back side. Don't really need your brain, skeleton, but you were in my way. Of course, if you want to make your pillars more creeper-proof, make them out of obsidian. Creepers can't blow up obsidian. They can probably still blow up the lapis, though. So you might want to make the entire pillar out of obsidian if you want to make them creeper-proof. Although even out of obsidian, they'll still be able to blow up your torches off of them, if you're concerned about that as an issue. Sleepy, sleepy time! I didn't do a really great job at, hello creeper, at making the starting shelter have useful items other than wood and coal and the basics. But you could put other things in there, like maybe some old starting tools that you have happen to lie around. Like I could put my old stone sword in there, for example, that sort of thing. Because if you're using your original spawn point shelter, like I would be, as just an emergency type thing, like you respawned and for whatever reason the game didn't recognize your bed over here or whatever, so you end up at original spawn, that would just be like an emergency reserve. Or if you happen to use it as sort of like a, well, if I end up at original spawn, I'm just gonna restart and move somewhere else, you know, it's always good to have some supplies there. So anyways, I'll figure out my inventory and storage and all that in the next set of videos, but managed to get that done. So next time around, along with the inventory management, hopefully that doesn't take too long, we will get started on working on the village. I think to end this set of videos though, I'll go ahead and see if I can get rid of that creeper, because it's going to be in my way. So the best way to do that is get away from the house as quickly as possible. And fight off these enemies. Come on, creeper. Get away from my home. Ah! I swear creepers have very short fuses these days. This should not be able to happen. Wasn't anywhere near the creeper. But anyways, I guess that was semi-anticlimactic. Didn't actually take down the creeper. It sort of took itself down, but let's fill in this hole. I actually have some design ideas that will radically change the appearance of our home here. By the time I get done with it, it's not going to look like the original sort of base home that it looks like right now. It's not even going to be made out of the same materials, really. The only thing that'll stay the same about it is its basic floor layout. I don't plan to make it any bigger in terms of like square footage on the floor layout, or change the shape of it any. But I'm going to make the walls out of a different material, and I'm going to change the roof. I'm thinking about turning this little square area here into a watchtower sort of thing, so I'll build this part of it up a ways. So yeah, it's going to be radically changed around. It's not going to look like the rest of the buildings in the village here. But that'll be for next time. Stay tuned, look forward to that, hopefully. If you've got any particular ideas of what you would like to see me do in terms of either rebuilding this house or messing around with the village, let me know. I'll take them into consideration. I do read all of your comments, all of your messages, even though I can't usually end up replying to all of them because I tend to read them while I'm at work, but I do take them all into consideration. Can't guarantee I will use them all, but I'm always looking to be inspired. So yeah, if you got any ideas, let me know in the comments below. Anyways, thanks for watching. I am the Good Old Gamer, and we've been exploring more of Beta 1.8. This time the focus on the 1.8 feature was the giant mushrooms, which is pretty cool. Anyways, next time, inventory management and working on our home and the village in general. Stay tuned for that. Bye for now.